श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञान वैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद् वेंकटनाथार्य वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोगतस्तदितराणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य शरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। माता पिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य नः कुलपतेर्बहुलाभिरामं श्रीमद्ददङ्घ्रियोणं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं सरश्च मगदाह्वय पट्टनाथ श्री भक्तिसार कुलशेखर योगिवाहान भक्तांग्रिरेणु परकाल यतीन्द्र मिश्रान श्रीमत्परांकुशमुनिं प्रणतोस्मि नित्यं. Today is Periyazhwar Thirunakshathram, Swati Nakshatram, Animasam. Let's enjoy Periyazhwar's Vaibhavam. Yathamati Periyazhwar Thaniyan, which we generally recite every day. Gurumukham anaditya prahavedan asheshan narrapati parikliptam sulkam adhatu kamaha swasuram amaravandhyam ranganathasya sakshat dvija kula tilakantam vishnuchittam namami. Composed by Swami Sriman Nathamunigal. The Alvar is the tilakam of Brahminhood. He is a tilakam, dvija kula tilakam, who is worshipped, respected by even devatas, by everyone. And he is none other than the Swasuram, father-in-law of Sri Ranganathan himself, father-in-law of Periyazhwar. What else one can ask for? And he had wished to succeed getting the sulkam, the prize reward bag of Purkase, the gold coins, arranged by King Vallabhadevan, Narapati, in order to establish the supremacy of Sriman Narayana as the Paratvam in the debate. Actually, he had not learnt formally from an Acharya. Gurumukham anaditya prahavedan aseshan. To that wonderful Periyazhwar, I bow down to and prostrate. I do my pranamams. Anadhityam, Swami Sri Uttamo Swami so beautifully mentions in Prabandha Raksha. Anadhityam means without learning. Why the word guru is required? Swaram, Vyakaranam, grammar, Niruktam, the meaning of Vaidika padams are all explained by the guru. And that can be learnt only from a guru, Acharya. So Gurumukham Anadhitya, not learnt formally from a guru. Guru Mukham. Praha, it can also be saying Praha means explained or taught. Perumal had himself taught Alvar. Guru Mukham also linked to the alternatively to the assembly of Vedic scholars. Selva Nambi, who was the minister of the King Vallabhadevan, who is also equally knowledgeable and who guided the king to get his doubt on Paratvam, the supremacy of the Lord, who is the Paradevata. The king had a doubt. So the Paratvam of Sriman Narayana was established because it was Selva Nambi who suggested to the king to call for a debate and to let the Vedantic scholar come and establish the Paratvam. Thereby the gold coin bag will fall automatically if it is explained as per the Vedic truth. Then the Pandya Bhattar had composed two dedicatory slokams, pasurams. Minnar Tadamadrishur Villibuttur Yendru Urukal Shonnar Kalarkamalam Shudinom Munnal Kiyaruttan Yendru Uraitom Kil Mayinil Sherum Valiarutom Nenjame Vandim. O Nenjame, O mind, you only help me, mind. You are Parama Upakaram. Thus, with your such Upakaram nature, helpful nature in cooperating with me, we are able to adorn our siras, the head, with the lotus feet of Bhagavatottamas, who have uttered the name Sri Villiputtur, surrounded by the Kottai, the tall ramparts. Even once we have uttered the name. And when raised doubts in King Vallabhadevan's Shabai as to who is the Paratvam, it is Periyazhwar who cleared their doubts, that made the bag of coins stare. Viraind Kizhiyaruthan. He won the reward prize by uttering that great event alone, and with Alvar Sambandham, we are able to get rid of the past, the wrong path which we have been taking for time immemorial, and reach the right destination we are heading to. Otherwise, we would have gone to Adogati, which is furthermore births and deaths. When Alvar is there at a Divya Desam, how can there be Daridram? And hence it is gem, stone, laden, golden ramparts in Villiputtur. With Alvar's Paradevata Nirnayam, we are able to get rid of that path because we know exactly who is the Supreme Lord, and recite his name, surrender to him, and get rid of further births. Thus, we are blessed with Alvar Sambandham and know what we want, which is Nitya Kainkaryam. பாண்டியன் கொண்டாட பட்டபிரான் வந்தான் என்று ஈண்டிய சங்கம் எடுத்து ஊத வேண்டிய வேதங்கள் ஓதி விரைந்து கிழியறுத்தான் பாதங்கள் யாமுடைய பற்று. King Vallabhadeva announced the victory of Periyazhwar, the Bhattarpiran, and conferred the title Bhattarpiran to Vishnu Chittar, Periyazhwar's original name. He also declared for a huge royal procession on the royal elephant, having Alvar on top of the elephant. He took the conch shell, Shankh, and blew to honor the victory of the Alvar, to celebrate the success of Periyazhwar. In unambiguous terms, he established the supremacy of Sriman Narayana, and quoting the Vendiya Vedangalodi, quoting the relevant sections from Vedas in the Sabai. Such was his greatness of Periyazhwar. Such Periyazhwar's lotus feet are only our refuge. So, the first king announced Bhattarpiran, Vandan. Here comes Bhattarpiran. When he just entered the Sabha, before even stating the Paratva Nirnayam, then he won. He celebrated by blowing the conch shell uninterruptedly due to his happiness. And that is Periyazhwar's wonderful way in which he has enjoyed the Paratva Nirnayam. Now, why is he called Periyazhwar? Sudi Kodutha Nachiyar, Goda Pirati's dear father, is called Periyazhwar. So, the Periyar, first of all, he is, Manavala Mamani says, Mangala Sasanathil Matrulla Alvargal, and he says, Pongum Parivale Villiputtur Bhattarpiran Petran, Periyazhwar ennum பெயர். Here, due to that Pongum Parivu, the mother's Vatsalyam burst out in Periyazhwar as in the role of Yashoda. And Swami Desikan says, because you had adorned yourself with the garland, he addresses Goda, oh Goda, because you had adorned the Perumal's malai on your neck before giving to the butter, before Periyazhwar hands over to the priest. Emperuman conferred your father with the title Periyazhwar. Mahattara Padam in Godastuti. So, Tatastuti, here, due to the Pongum Parivu, he was called Periyazhwar, says Yatindra Pravanar, Sri Manavala Mamani. So, why should he be called Periyazhwar? It should have been Nammalvar, because Nammalvar is an Acharya Parampara. He is the Angi of all Alvars. All Alvars are supposed to be his body. He is the Angi. So, it should have been Nammalvar. Or it should have been Periyazhwar, because Periyazhwar is the one who saw the Divya Dampati, Tirukanden, Ponmeni Kanden, the first Alvar to see the divine vision of Divya Dampati. But it is Vishnu Chittar who is called Periyazhwar. Nammalvar sang thousands. Till the 10th decade, Pattam Patte, he was longing to join Perumal. He declares only in 10.10, Ininan Pogalotten, Wondrum Mayam Shayel Yanaye. Hereafter I shall never ever leave you. Don't deceive me anymore and don't leave me. So when Nammalvar was almost through in his 10.10, 10th decade, Pattam Patte, he declared that he would not let Emperuman go away from him. So it is only at the fag end of Thiruvaymalai, Nammalvar loses the race of being called Periyazhwar. Till then, he never said, Periyazhwar Magadahwayar, he was blessed with the vision of the Lord. Even before he started composing the Pasurams. Trikkande and Ponmene, but Alvar did never get the fear of losing him. He did not utter to that effect that do not leave me, do not go away, I will have Viragatapam. He never said. He was blessed with the Sakshatkaram, true. Like what Dhruvan was blessed with. But Alvar did not have the fear of losing him, Periyazhwar. Nor he was worried about and starting with his Kshetradanam with the other two Alvar. So Periyazhwar is also cannot be called Periyazhwar. So what about actually Periyazhwar? He was blessed with Emperuman's Kataksham because when he was taken on a procession, when Alvar was taken on a procession, royal procession, on the royal elephant, Perumal and Thaiyar appeared on Garuda in the sky to see his devotee being conferred the title and being glorified, rewarded. They were very happy. And Alvar burst out saying, "Nee engada anga vanda? Veliye vanduttaane, kan padume, ayyo ivan alaga irukane." So he started singing Pallande. When everybody, perhaps all the citizens of Pandya kingdom must have seen Garuda Vaganan, Garuda Arudan. So he burst out with the mother's affection. Oh, the evil glances will befall on you. Periyazhwar, the moment he sings first Pasuram, Pallande, Pallande, he started saying, Adiyomodum, Ninnodum, Pirivindri Ayiram Pallande. Long live your relationship with me, with us, your eternal servant, without any gap, without any separation. And then only he starts to even pray for Pirati and other Panchayadams. Vadivainin Valamarvinil Valhindra Mangayum Pallande. Vadivar Shodhi Valaturayum Shudar Aliyum Pallande. Chakaram, Chakaratalvan, and the Shanke on the left hand. Yesterday was the Sudharsana Jayanti. And Periyazhwar also says, Thiyirpoligendra Senchudarali Tigaitiri Chakaratin Koyirporiale Otrundinindri Kudi Gudi Aachi Hindrom. When we undergo the Pancha Samskaram, the 5 Samskarams, Tapa Samskaram, Pundra Samskaram, Nama Samskaram, Mantra Samskaram, and Bhakya Samskaram, Ijyaradhanam. So Tapa Samskaram to emboss the impressions of Shankh and Chakram on our arms, to announce that we belong to him. Pundra Samskaram, to wear the Dwadasa Urdhva Pundram, the Pannand Thirumanan Sri Churnam. Nama Samskaram, to be named by the Acharya as Ramanujadasan, Shatakopa adding a Dasa at the end of one's name to indicate that one is forever an eternal servant of the Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana and the Bhagavatottamas. Mantra Samskaram, to get the initiation of Ragasyatraya mantras, Ashtaksharam, Dvayam, Charama Slokam, and the Ijay, to learn the worship of Sriman Narayana in proper form, Bhagavat Tiruvaradhanam. So, all these things are sung by Periyazhwar. Thiyirpoligendra Senchudarali Tigaitiri Chakaratin Koyirporiale Otrundu Nindri Kudi Kudi Aachi Hindrom. What a beautiful way. That is why he is called Periyazhwar. Also, there are other wonderful anubhavams. Sri Anbil Ramaswamy Mama used to say that it is the greatness of his love for the Lord that made him pour out in Pallande Pasurams. The Vatsalyam, Pungum Parivu, that's why he is called Periyazhwar. Ordinarily, the elders would bless the young ones for a long life. Periya means elder, and therefore he is called Periyazhwar because he has sung Pallande for Perumal. After all, he is his son-in-law. Pillailokacharya mentions that it is not Swarupa Viruddham, it is a Mangala Sasanam. It was quite in order, and because it was a strange case of knowledge ripening into an ignorance of sorts due to an extraordinary love and affection, the Jnanam goes off because of Bhagavat Premai, Bhagavat Vatsalyam, Bhagavat Preeti, love. Because of that love, he has had the mother's role. So, it is natural to honor anyone who brings relief from suffering. Here Vishnu Chitta also performed a miracle when a famine raged in the northern city of Kandankadinagar on the banks of Ganges. He was invited to the city to solve the crisis. When he set his foot there, welcome rain showered and the place was relieved of the famine, the Panjam. His greatness was honored. Periyazhwar himself is said to refer to this incident, Venkali Naliya Vishnu Chittar. Parasara, who wrote Vishnu Purana, Parasara Maharishi, he says the Puran is known as Purana, that Vishnu Puranam is known as Purana Ratnam. He talks about the Krishna Kathai, Krishna's avataram, only in the 5th Amsam of Vishnu Purana. Shuka Brahman talks about Krishna avataram only in the Dasamaskandam, 10th Skandam. But Vishnu Chitta, the whole Periyazhwar Tirumazhi with the story of Krishna, with Yashoda's role. The Krishna is born, Krishna is sung lullaby, Krishna is rocked, Krishna is fed, Krishna is breastfed, Krishna is asked not to play in the mud. Krishna, everything, she just, Yashoda enjoys Krishna in Periyazhwar's words. Another great aspect concerning Periyazhwar that really makes him Periya is that he is the incarnation of Garuda himself. Garuda reincarnated himself as Arjuna's chariot. And as such, he witnessed the Lord delivering the Bhagavad Gita, especially the Charama Slokam. That's why Andal says, Meimai Peruvartai Vishnu Chittar Kettirupper. Meimai Peruvartai is Charama Slokam. Vartai is Mula Mantram, Ashtaksharam. Peruvartai is Dvaya Mantram. Meimai Peruvartai is Charama Slokam. Meimai Peruvartai Vishnu Chittar Kettirupper. How? As a Garuda in the chariot. So, he was also great in a different way. He became the father-in-law of Lord Vishnu. So wonderfully, he is called Periyazhwar. And of course, Yeruthu Kodiyudayanum, Piramanam, Indiranum, Matrum, Vorutharum, Piravinoikku, Marundaruvarum illai. Maruthuvanai Nindra Mamani Vanna. He says, Yeruthu Kodiyudayanum, Piramanum, Indiranum, Matrum, Vorutharum, Piravinoikku, Marundaruvarum illai. Yeruthu Kodiyudayan, Rishabhavahanan, Piraman, Chaturmukha Brahma, Indiran, Devendran, they are all not capable of solving your karmic diseases. The only doctor is our Dhanvantri, Sriman Narayana. And not just that, he knows the prescription as well. He is the medicine, he is the doctor. Beshajam Bishak. Why do you not go and ask demigods for the same? People ask me. But, oh, Tirumalarinchola Emberumane, my Enappa, Rudran, the Vrishabhadvajan, the one who has bull as his Vahanam, Chaturmukhan, four-faced Brahma, Devendran, not a single one among them knows the medicine for this birth and death, karmic cycle, disease. Not only do you know the medicine, not only you know the medicine, you yourself are the doctor who can prescribe. Please bless me and have mercy on me to avoid any more janma and make me enter into your place, be at your lotus feet. He mentions. And being Ekadasi day, he says, Unnanal pasiyavad ondrillai, Vovade namo naranavendre, என்னானாலும் இருக்கு எச்சு சாம வேத நான் மலர் கொண்டு உனபாதம் நன்னானால் அவை தத்துருமாகில் அன்று அவை எனக்கு பட்டினினாலே. So beautifully he mentions, if you are saying, so Alvar replies to Perumal, if you are saying like this and staying at my feet uttering Ashtaksharam all the time, will you not feel hungry and eat? Go and eat. Perumal says, so Alvar replies, Kanna, you are the creator of even that Brahma. You are Sarvakaranan. You are the cause of the creation and destruction. Kanna, Nanmuganai Padaitane, Karana, Kariyai, Adiyen. He says, I am your servant. You are the black-hued divine Divyamangala Vigraham Perumal. I am your eternal servant, Nan Adiyen. Unnanal Pasiyavad Ondrumillai. ஒன்றில்லை ஓவாதே நமோ நாரணா என்று என்னா நாடும் ரீக்கு எச்சு சாம வேத நான் மலர் கொண்டு உனபாதம் நன்னானால் அவை தத்துருமாகில் அன்று எனக்கு அவை பட்டினினாலே. There is no hunger or suffering for me without food. The day when I do not chant the Ashtaksharam Namo Narayana Japam, when I do not worship your lotus feet offering flowers and chanting Rig Yajus Sama Vedam, any of them, these days, the day when I do not utter Ashtaksharam, the day when I do not worship you, those days are the days, if at all it happens, of my hungry days and suffering days without any food. Even if I eat something, it does not mean food. This is the food. Ashtakshara, Japam is the food. Worshipping you is the food. The food for thoughts, thoughts of your divine names. Uttering your names are the food for me. The contemplating your Kalyana Gunams are the food for me. Contemplating your divine glories are the food. So beautifully Swami mentions. And the final one in which he is saying, so the last one he mentions, Chenniyongathan Trivengadamudaya. Such a beautiful 10. He says, Unnai kondi ennul vaithen, ennayum unnilitten. என் அப்பா என் ரிடிகேஷா என்னுயிர் காவலனே. பொன்னை கொண்டு உரைகள் மீதே நிறமெழ உரைத்தார் போல் உன்னை கொண்டு என் நாவகம்பால் மாற்றின்றி உரைத்து கொண்டேன். உன்னை கொண்டு என்னுள் வைத்தேன், என்னையும் உன்னிலிட்டேன். என் அப்பா என் ரிடிகேஷா என்னுயிர் காவலனே. ஓ unparalleled, matchless அப்பா, ஒப்பாரில் அப்பா. ஓ Lord, who has the power to command all my sense organs to be totally engaged in Kainkaryam only to you. Atma Swarupa Rakshaka, the one who can protect my Atma from becoming a slave to others and ensure that I am your eternal servant at all times, under all circumstances, as it is natural with it. Swarupam, Swabhavam. A goldsmith scratches the gold against the testing stone, Uraikal, to verify the gold's quality, the pure quality. Similarly, and the stone would be beginning to appear gold. Similarly, I have placed your name and your glories as well on my tongue. Kept on doing it, changed it to transform itself into that of shining gold from its original nature, like the stone shines like a gold now after so many scratches. My tongue also has attained divinity and purity by constantly uttering your name, scratching your name. Thanks to the sweet experience of chanting your divine names, my tongue has now become sacred and been sanctified. I have now housed you, placed you, who is not easily attainable even by yogis, in my heart cavity. I have placed you. Unnai kondi ennul vaithen. I have made my lowliest self as your humble servant. Unnai kondi ennul vaithen, ennayum unnilitten. I have placed you at your lotus feet. I have placed myself at your lotus feet, and I have now housed you in my heart cavity. Unnai kondi ennul vaithen. I placed you inside my heart. Ennayum unnilitten. I placed myself at your feet. Enough said. Alvar Thiruvadigale Sharanam. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Dhanyosmi.